All right, here we go.
Work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters.
God should not be mocked. We could have brought multitudes of people to know Jesus, but still end up in hellfire.
Happy December. It's Christmas. I'm Ethan, a Christian videographer, and I want to sit down today while I'm decorating the house to really share some of the lessons God has been teaching me this past season, and specifically why I no longer mix faith and business together. I think at the time I thought I could do both, but one thing God did do in the season was test my heart and see if I was really using my platform for His work or actually just using His name in vain. God tests the heart of man, and He knows the difference. If you've ever struggled to know how to best balance faith and business together, let me show you what God taught me and what I'm doing now to honor Him and still make a living. All my siblings are away at university this year, so I'll be decorating the house. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, this is the wrong piece. Oh. Okay. Mom?
Yeah. Because you never put the tree together before. Now try. You're okay now?
I'll be fine.
Colossians 3:23-24, it says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." That's a classic verse, but sometimes I forget to do that often. I'm creating videos, content creation for myself. It's easy for me to slack and just say, oh, well, I can always create the content later. But if God's hand is upon you, if He's calling you to do something, why delay? Delayed obedience is still disobedience at the end of the day. I might think, oh, skipping a video is fine. There's always next week. But in reality, there are people that want to hear the message that God is speaking through me. So you might have work for an employer, or you have homework and projects for teachers. God wants to use you as a shining light among your colleagues and peers. They'd be able to look at you and notice that there's something different about you, set apart. But He can't do that if you're not giving your all. In high school and university, I actually did cheat quite a bit on my tests and exams, but I did it because I thought I would feel good, passing and doing well. But God can see what the teachers didn't. And it actually drained my confidence of being able to do a good job, to be confident in myself and my own skills. I didn't actually think I could do good work. It really did take these past 2 years to regain that confidence. And so I hope you don't make the same mistake as me. Truly work as if you were working for the Lord. All right. Let's get some more decorations on this tree.
Great. Let's see what we got. Need the lights. All right. Where's the plug? Oh, found it. Now, this takes me to my second point. In this past season of life, I was heavily focusing on videography. I did this 30-day challenge where I was trying to get 3K in 1 month, and I actually ended up hitting 4K by God's grace. But throughout this time, I was doing all different types of videos, from food to software to music videos. But the one genre of videos that I enjoyed creating the most were Christian videos. One of my favorite videos I've made up to date is this Christian spoken word piece. And it just felt so purposeful creating something that would ultimately further God's kingdom. So after doing that 30-day challenge, I was like, why not just continue to create for Christian ministries, right? It's like goes hand in hand, using the gifts that God has given me, but also being able to combine that together and make a living out of it. So that's what I did. My friend Favour and I created Mission Work. We want to help churches, Christians, and their ministries and organizations to create videos. But that's when God really tested us and said, are you using my name because you genuinely want to help further my kingdom, or because you want the money? In Exodus chapter 20, verse 7, it says, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Don't use the Lord's name in vain, basically. Even though people on the surface could have said, wow, Ethan, you're doing a great job for this ministry. You're helping further God's kingdom. That's great. But God, again, God sees the heart of man, right? And as much as we try to deceive ourselves, deceiving God, God cannot be mocked. So during that time, God did test us and really checked our hearts to make sure if we were doing it for the money or for his actual kingdom. And to be honest, I acted in ways where I wasn't following, the mission of serving God. It was self-serving. I was acting in ways that really showed I cared more about the money than I cared about God's kingdom. And that was a very humbling moment, because there's nothing wrong with asking God for provision, right? God is the giver of all things, and he can provide finances for you. But he wants you to come to him and actually say it, not say, oh God, I'm doing this for you, but really meaning something else. Favour and I ended up taking a pause on mission work because we could bring multitudes of people to know Jesus at the end of the day, and his name would be glorified. But at the same time, still end up in hellfire because we were actively disobeying God. And in our hearts, he would be able to tell that. Let me finish decorating everything else in this house. So now that I've learned these things, what's next? Well, in Matthew 6:33, it says, seek first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. I'm going to let God continue to guide me in all that I do, and I need to maintain righteousness in order to do so. I'm still going to pursue videography, and I'd love to work with Christian clients and ministries. But ultimately, I'm asking God to bless the work of my hands. And I trust that whoever he brings to me, whether Christian or not, I'll be able to do and bring my very best work, as if I was working for the Lord, not disguising it as anything else. He's the God of the harvest. He's provided for me before, and he'll continue to provide now. And I know he'll also continue to provide for you too. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next video, and I'll see you next time. Merry Christmas. Do you start at the bottom or the top? We'll figure it out.